6:10.
Yeah.
But yeah, the traffic sucks.
I'm starting the online stream right now, just so everybody knows. So
Oh,
don't say
okay.
anything
We don't want to
racist.
get people in my location.
Uh,
Okay, I'm gonna mute for just a second while I park and walk inside. So, if you guys need me, I will unmute.
So I went in big on daily fantasy basketball today, Justin.
Yeah.
And one of the players that I had in was a late scratch because he has a stomach flu.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, I went in big too.
I should have paid you to be my fantasy basketball person this year, huh?
Yeah.
I got asked to be in a league.
Oh yeah, you should have. You should have given me like $10 and I would have drafted for you.
Ugh.
Is it too late?
Oh yeah.
You already drafted?
Isn't it too late?
Did you already draft? I mean, I'm gonna draft later tonight.
I thought the season already started.
Yeah, you can still draft until like, I think January. You can start a draft.
Really?
Yeah. What do you mean, really? You can start a football draft right now. I think.
Yeah, but that'd be stupid.
Maybe.
I know nothing about basketball.
Yeah. Why didn't you ask me?
I would just draft Giannis.
Oh, for anybody that's listening, I'll put a timestamp in, hopefully, if I don't forget, about when we start, because right now we're just getting dialed in right now, so this is probably bad content for you to listen to, so anyway.
I could talk to you about the FIFA Ultimate Team that I'm trying to build right now.
Wait, did you draft Giannis? Yes, we can.
Hello?
No, I said I would only draft Giannis if I did draft.
Who's your first pick?
I didn't draft.
Oh, you didn't do it? You didn't join?
Nah. I said, nah, I'm not in.
Got it. I'm in like 15 leagues this year.
It's a lot of leagues.
And I just lost $150 today. But it wasn't...
I'm inside. Let's go.
It wasn't $150 of my money. It was money that I had won. So I don't feel as bad. So I didn't spend $150. But could use $150, Christina Vanderslice. I was trying to pay rent today. You know what I'm saying? I went all in.
Well, I'm all inside, so let's get this party started.
We've seen 136 episodes of 24.
Okay.
Welcome to the Legacy of 24. I'm Dylan Shuck, and I've seen every single episode of 24.
And I'm just Brandon, and I've seen 136 episodes of 24.
And I'm Christina Vanderslice. I've also seen 136 episodes of 24.
In this podcast, we're going to be discussing the 13th and 14th episode of the 6th season of Fox's original show, 24.
In this episode, we're going to be discussing all events up into these two episodes, without spoiling any events from any of the future episodes.
All episodes 24 available to stream on Amazon Prime, and we encourage you to watch along.
And, as always, big shout out to our Patreon supporters. If you want to be a supporter of the show, you can go to patreon.com/thewatchandtalk. And huge shout out to our premium supporters, Chiquita, June, and Haka. Very much. How are we doing, guys?
Thank you. Man.
Same old.
If you hear us refer to anybody in the chats, because we stream these episodes live on YouTube, so follow us on Twitter at Legacy24, and we usually tweet it out when we're going live. And you can also subscribe to the Watch and Talk YouTube account, and you get a notification when we go live for whatever Watch and Talk episode, but you can just ignore them until it says Legacy 24 if that's the only show you listen to. But it shouldn't be. You should listen to all the shows in the Watch and Talk podcast network, right, guys?
All the episodes.
So anyway, if you hear us refer to somebody in the chat, it is because of that. Maybe, I guess, countdown until we see somebody say good deals.
Coming soon.
It's going to happen, I swear. But the weird thing is it doesn't happen on the other Watch and Talk podcasts. It only happens in this one. So now somebody's going to do it just because I said that.
But you recognize the username, I'm sure, at this point, right?
I don't remember what it is, no. To be honest. All right, so reminder, next week we're going to be doing 3 episodes. So we're going to do episodes 15, 16, and 17 next week. So if you're following along, some people are, make sure to follow it that way. So these are kind of big episodes.
Are they?
We found out a lot about the grand scheme of things.
I guess relatively speaking.
I think I made a lot of good predictions. That's what I know.
You made a prediction about Aaron Pierce and...
yeah, which was so weird. It was so oddly done. That, and I also said, like, earlier this season, I said that I might have even said it last episode. There's going to be a leak inside CTU because we don't have a leak yet, and there's always someone up to no good in CTU. And it's early in this episode, this season. I said, "Oh, they're kind of trying to make us think that it might be Nadia, but maybe it's not Nadia. And they're going to have us think it's still Nadia, and then they're going to come." So I had this whole Nadia thing. I think pretty dialed in.
I just did right. I mean,
let's be real though.
Prediction.
To be fair, you should be keeping track of this. To be fair, this season's not ultra complex, so
hey, don't take away from my victories.
It really isn't. Okay, so big surprises. Audrey's dead.
Rip.
But is she dead?
Yeah, dude, rip.
But is she dead?
Always a question.
They identified her body. They said.
Yeah, with DNA samples they sent over, which supposedly got proven to be positive.
I mean,
whatever.
Yeah. Also, when it showed the picture of her dead body,
I missed all of it. My headphones fell out. I hate when I do that.
I said that when they showed the picture of the dead body, it only showed her.
It's only her arm. Yeah.
It showed the head and hair coming out of it too, but anyway.
Yeah, but that's a blonde head and hair. That's not half of America. Come on, that's easy.
We're having sound issues with somebody's headphones. Would both of you guys mind unplugging and plugging back in your headphones?
Yeah.
You would mind.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just all say we're talking.
I'm talking.
It's yours, Christina.
It's always mine. I'm quitting. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy your life.
That, Justin?
I don't hear it.
Almost a faint hissing sound.
I quit. This is just not meant to be.
The faint what sound?
It's just not meant to
be.
It's
yours, Justin. Do you hear that, Christina?
No.
Talk. Hold
Who
on.
talk? Okay, I'm in a mute. I'm going
mute.
to mute mine.
Yeah.
Let's test Justin. Mute.
Christina is
mute. And I'm talking right now too, Justin, to make sure it's me. No.
What are we listening for?
It's Christina. Whatever, it's fine.
Justin, mute.
Okay.
Okay, Christina, you talk.
Is it me? It's me? It's always me.
I don't really hear it that much, so we're going to ignore it.
You're just saying that so I don't get mad.
No, it's...
That's all.
I hear it, but it's very faint. So
let me change to my no Wi-Fi thing again.
Yeah, it's not that, but that's a good idea too, Justin.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll do my best.
Oof.
Oh, that's worse.
It's worse, but not because of that. Do you have another pair of headphones?
No. These are supposed to be really good headphones. Thank goodness Beats is not one of your sponsors.
Oh, it's gone now.
No, it's happening worse than ever right now.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Let me try and move. I don't know what to say.
It's not reception. You don't have Apple just earpods?
No.
Okay.
Who uses those?
They're the best quality.
Maybe I should use
headphones.
them.
They're the best headphones that
Doubt
you can get. I'm hearing it bad when I'm talking, but not when you guys are right now. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right.
All right. Is anybody that's listening in hear that? Let me know if you hear the hissing sound that I think I hear. But this is this is the reason you tune in, because you can hear all this behind the scenes shit that I'm going to cut out of the podcast.
This is the reason why you tune in.
Yes, this is why you got to tune in. Anyway, okay, so we found out everything about Pierce and Martha and this fucking stupid thing that she does, which is commit murder in front of a bunch of people.
Wait, attempted murder?
Yeah, attempted murder for sure.
Did Dylan just let the cat out of the bag?
Well, I guess it's. Look, it's not conclusive. What happens, and this is the last we hear from Logan for at least the time being. So this is how it's left off: is in an ambulance, then saying we're losing them, and then beep 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 beep. So yeah, this is it for at least the time being.
Cool.
So,
glad he came back for no fucking reason, but okay.
I don't think it was for no reason, but Martha stabbing him. It's the exact same fucking thing that we got in the first season, where the campaign staffer of Palmer was dating one of the Drazen brothers, And then she was...
Oh, my favorite storyline.
She went undercover, and then out of nowhere, while she was talking to him, while she's being monitored by a CTU, she decides that she's so mad at him that she's going to turn around and stab him and kills him, and she's going to go to jail for the rest of her life. Because people get upset about that kind of shit. Regular people get upset and just commit murder while being filmed and recorded or in front of Secret Service agents. I know it happens, guys. I know it... Oh, there it is. There it is.
Good deals?
Good deals. Just fucking happened. Russ is in the chat. You see this? Russ, it's all he's going to say, and that's it. Jimmy. He just says good deals about the... Okay, we're at the 11-minute mark. So let's keep track. Our 10-minute of the actual... The 10-minute mark of the actual chat, only in the Legacy of 24 chats, he says good deals. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I know people get upset about a lover and commit murder, but... Russ in the chat says, Jimmy, I want to know more about these deals. I'm sorry, guys, and I'm not going to cut this out. It's just really bizarre. Anyway, so you get what I'm saying? It's the exact same plot line that happened there, and it's stupid. Do we agree?
Yeah, totally agree.
I agree. And it's so, like, and she's like, why am I handcuffed? I, like, did a good thing. Like, he's the baddest man. Like, this is, come on. Martha, you can't believe that.
Are you connected to your Wi-Fi or not Wi-Fi? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
Seriously?
Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
Lose my mind.
No, are you connected to your Wi-Fi right now or not connected to your Wi-Fi? Okay, I can't even hear what your response is. So the reason that I'm saying something, because I know you get mad at me, is because the listeners aren't going to be able to understand what you're saying. So that's why I'm trying to bite this in.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the
universe.
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi network right now?
You know what? Should I just switch to my laptop? Maybe my laptop would be better.
Are you connected to your
Wi-Fi? Can you hear
network,
me?
Though?
Yes, but then I connected because you said when I unconnected it was worse.
I'm sorry. What I was complaining about earlier was your headset sound. It was not your internet connection. So disconnect from your Wi-Fi because it's better on 3G at your house or 4G. Sorry, or LTE.
No, she's not I think she's AT&T. She's 4G.
Hello.
Yes.
Have you
disconnected from your Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Okay. Let's run with this, guys.
Sounds
all right.
So sad.
Hopefully, we'll find out more about the deals too. It's this. So I'm sorry. Just you were saying about her handcuffs and you were mocking her. Could you just repeat that? I'm sorry.
That's all. That's what I said. She's dumb.
Could you just repeat it because it didn't come through?
Oh, shoot. I forgot what I said. Oh, I just said that she's like acting like it's so weird that she's handcuffed. Like, come on.
Like she's just surprised?
Yeah, it was just stupid. She was stupid. Let's get started. Let's get into this episode because we got a lot to talk about.
We're in it. Another thing that it is that she was institutionalized. We found out after the events, and that she's gone sober. So she's in the bad shape, though. They made her just completely insane. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Episode 613 aired on March 12th, 2007, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Logan gets brought in CTU. Everyone's looking at him like, ooh. And I like when he asks Chloe who she is. It's so funny that he has no idea who she is, and she was a huge part in
instrumental in his arrest.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see just how
that was the only good thing that's happened in this season.
That's the only good thing that's happened this season?
Yes.
Just this?
That interaction.
Okay. So he asks about Jack and demands to speak to Bill, and we finally get some Chloe from her.
I loved it.
They found her footing. All right, we meet Mike Doyle.
That guy sucks.
Fucking sucks. He is Curtis's replacement. So now, thanks Jack for killing Curtis. He's played by Ricky Schroeder, who is a child actor. He was from the show, the '70s show. Silver Spoons. He was a child actor in that, and then he was in NYPD Blue. So he was well known for a lot of people when it came out as a child actor. When he came onto. Anyway, Doyle and Bill discuss the plan to siege the Russian embassy, and Milo and Doyle, they knew each other. And he's like, "Hey, just so you know, around here we do like that's what Milo says to him." And he's like, "I don't care about how you used to do things. You're gonna do things my way or the highway." And Milo's
say my way or the highway?
No, but whatever. Milo's like
writing is so bad this
Milo
season.
Milo's like, that's funny because I thought you weren't gonna be a jerk like you were in Denver, and turns out you totally are.
Bruh.
Fucking so whatever.
He says bruh, right?
Yeah.
I think he does.
Yeah, bruh. It was just so they'd say that in dialogue to say that they knew each other before because that's how they have to say that they knew each other. And then he walks away and Nadia's like, I have a feeling you know this guy. And he's like, yeah, we stuck together in Denver. That's why I said in the dialogue that you weren't going to be a jerk like you were in Denver.
When was Milo in Denver? Was this the time we didn't see Milo?
No, when he first got there, he said, remember when we met in Denver? You said if I wrte you, you would write back. See, I'm just like you in a way. I never knew my father neither. He used to always cheat on my mom and beat her.
What? It took me a second too long, but that's good.
Some people get that reference. All right, so the assassin.
I hope everybody gets it.
The assassin that killed that Russian dude brings Jack to kill him. He's like, "Hey, look at this guy we're gonna set you up for killing." And he looks away while he talks on the phone because you can't fucking look at him while you're talking on the phone. You have to look away. He's like, I can only get sound and visual separately, not at the same time. Different time, not the same time. By the way, these fucking Russian people speak to each other in English with a Russian accent, always.
They should speak Russian to each other?
Probably! Yeah. They all clearly, English isn't their first language. Why are they fucking speaking English to each other?
Are you mad about the show?
I am the Russian president. You will stand down now. I will not do that, Mr. President. I cannot do that. The Americans, we hate them. Yes, but we're using their language. I know the English isn't just Americans' language, people.
Wow, Dylan. Wow.
Anyway, so I did a pretty good Russian. Pretty good Russian, did I not?
I mean, I speak with Russians like literally all day, every day, and I would give it 2.5 stars.
2.5 stars out of 3?
10?
Out of 3 stars?
Out of 4, dude. Come on, we're.
So anyway, Jack starts unleashing the dude's belt, and it looks like he's gonna start feeling the dude up. He starts unleashing the dead dude's belt because that's what, like, I get it. They're trying to make him like a MacGyver. Like, oh, what can I do? Okay, I'm gonna grab this belt and I'm gonna use the belt to disarm the guy and save my own life. It would have been cool just to see him kick out the dude's legs or something, right? Take off another dude's belt. I could see Jack being like, I could do this to save my life, but that's a little too gay for me. So
Jack, you can see Jack saying that?
Yeah, Jack would be like, that's a little too gay for me.
Nah, dude, I'd like to see like a little bit of like a side quest for Jack where he's like exploring his sexuality and decides that maybe he's gonna try out dudes for a minute.
You heard about that in future seasons?
Oh yeah, I read ahead.
We don't talk about future spoilers, guys.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, he takes the belt and he uses it to disarm this guy in really almost unnecessary way, and then he kills him, and then we have a real die-hard situation, and everybody thinks that he killed all those. Anyway, Jack finds a landline to call CTU and tells them that he knows how to find Grodenko, and he should have grabbed the assassin's phone because they killed the power before he gets to the phone lines before he could tell, and that's enough to get CTU to step it up. Bill tells Logan about the embassy, and he says Martha was really close to Suvorov's wife, and he could talk to her and have her call Miss Suvorov, and she's been institutionalized, and they aren't on speaking terms. I know why Logan wants to be the person to talk to her. I just don't know why everybody else says, "Oh no, we'll go to her, no problem." Oh, she's not talking to you? No problem. Instead of sending a chopper...
Yeah, like if that's all the message that you have to deliver, then anybody can deliver that message.
You do not need to take a chopper over there. And by the way,
you can just say that on the phone.
Everybody lives really close to CT.
Yeah, that chopper came fast.
Yeah. Anyway, Doyle and Morris, they start arguing, and he's like, I need the numbers now, Morris. And he's like, okay, no problem. He's like, this is whether it takes 8 seconds to 10 seconds, no problem. Like, he gives him lip. And then he, like, fucking chokes him out. Really weird, right?
Yeah, I thought that was strange.
It was hot.
Is that protocol.
And then Milo's
how does
like,
this guy even have a job?
Cindy, you used to do that shit to me at work all the time. When I would backtalk you, you would choke me out.
Also, Doyle's a bigot. Like as we find out later, that he didn't even have to say. He didn't have to like. You'd think somebody in his position would be like, even if they are a bigot, they don't say it out loud in a meeting publicly in front of people. Hey, I'm a bigot. You know, right? Anyway, so Tom agrees.
Decide.
Oh, by the way, Milo's like, "Don't touch my guys. If you want to touch
Milo
anybody,
had
touch
his
me.
back.
Hey, don't touch my
They've
men.
come a long way
Don't touch
since
my
like
guys.
8 hours
If you
ago.
gotta touch anybody, touch me." They have come a long way since 8 hours ago, and they're kind of a will they, won't they, Ross and Rachel situation. Tom agrees to cover up who tried to assassinate Palmer. So really, fuck Tom. Like, the show doesn't really deal with the fact that he's doing this enough, if you ask me. I guess we'll see as it goes along, but it doesn't. It tries to make us,
I don't really understand.
It tries to make us not hate
think,
him, and we should hate him.
Right, like, but I don't understand if he's like, I shouldn't say good or bad guy because that's not really what his character is meant to be. But like, is he gonna stand by being like moral and doing like good things, or is he gonna be shady? Like, I don't quite get.
He's an ends justify the means guy. He is, he's like the exact same architect as Mike Novick, except way less likable because he doesn't have like Novick still has a center of gravity. Like, he has a defined moral compass that we know.
Moral compass, yeah.
Yeah, that we know of, right? Even though he's an ends justifies the means guy, he's like, he still is, in the end, gonna.
You can still kind of predict,
right?
Like, it doesn't seem like haphazard.
He betrayed his president, but he wouldn't have agreed to helping get assassinated. He wouldn't have covered up who tried to assassinate him. Like, he wouldn't, he wouldn't change who he is because of it. He would just do what's necessary to get it done rather than changing who he is. Tom is just a reptilian piece of shit. And, he's the same character that he is when he's possessed in Ghostbusters Part 2. Anyway, he's then asked to lie to the ambassador, and he goes along with lying to a foreign president or whatever, ambassador to this unnamed country that we still are unnamed. It's smart later. Next season, they're dealing with an African country. And I think I've talked about this before, but they made up a fictional one and called it Sangala. And it totally works way better than this nameless country.
I also think it's interesting how they choose to name some countries but not others.
Yeah,
oh, it's Russia. Oh, it's China. Oh, but it's
an obnoxious politically correct thing, and it's not even like
it's like not that big of a deal.
Right? There's things that you should do that are politically correct, and things that like you're saying China and Russia, but you won't say a Middle Eastern country because you don't want.
Right.
Because you think your viewers are so fucking stupid that they can't take fiction from
sign of the times, man.
I know, I agree, but there's a better way of doing it, and that is honestly that is making up a fictional country. If you're concerned about that. So anyway, So at first Tom's like, no, I'm not going to do that. There's one thing to cover this up, but to lie or to stay quiet about it, but to lie, no way. Daniel's like, we need to do this because this is what needs to get done for the right thing, for the backbone of this country. Speaking
of characters, that guy, his character is so similar to his character in Nashville, which I think is funny because it's like completely different stories.
And
like completely
same
different.
Thing as his character in Deadwood also. And
that's just what he plays. He does a good job at it.
I mean, rest in peace, Powers Booth, but you fucking suck. I hate you.
Really?
Because your character.
I think he's a good actor.
I don't know how he is in real life because he's always when I see him. But I just feel like he's too natural at this shit to be. Anyway,
Joffrey syndrome.
So so he says Joffrey, like, he gets cursed out in public. Do you see somebody recently compared our president to Joffrey?
Oh, Lord. And moving right along.
I feel like it's a fair comparison. I don't know about you guys. But
stay clear. Steer clear.
Anyway, so like that's that controversial of a thing to say. I'm sorry, but it is. So anyway, Daniel's like, get the backbone of this country. And then Tom's like, okay, I'll go along with it because we got to get our initiatives like my initiative's done. He always refers to them as his initiatives too. Makes like it's notable that he's always referring to them as his initiatives, right?
The man's got some initiatives.
Yeah,
Let him have his initiatives.
And he wants to make sure to take credit for all of his, which will go down in history as awful things to be doing. But anyway, so he said, "I'm gonna retaliate with nuclear bombs," and they're like, "No, it's probably not a good idea, but you're probably just bluffing them or whatever." Cool. So then Bill tells Daniels there's two plans, either the Logan thing or the siege, which is an act of war. And he's like, all right, well, try the Logan thing, which I don't think is going to work, and then we'll siege them if we have to. Martha, she's with Pierce now, and she loves raspberries and kiwis.
Loves her fresh fruit from the farmer's market.
She reacted a little too positively to the raspberries. And then she fed Pierce one too, and it really
was hot as fuck.
Steamy AF, as the kids would say. And then Logan calls, and they're feeling each other up with fruit, bathing in a fruit bath of love. And she doesn't want to talk to him, and they go back and forth. And if I really took notes of all the back and forth in this, like we'd be pulling our fucking hair out because it's really annoying, especially if I put it in paper. But, she doesn't want to talk to him, and then he's like, I'm on my way in a chopper. Convince her to talk to him. And Pierce's like, all right, whatever, bro. So we have this ticking time bomb of trying to get Martha to call before the siege, which is an act of war. And by the way, when she actually does call, she gets from start of conversation to Suvorov on the phone with them. Getting him to
get on the phone within 10 seconds.
Within about, literally in a minute and a half of when Martha starts talking to Mrs. Suvorov to when President Suvorov is on the phone with Markov.
Yeah, she was very convincing. Didn't have to explain anything.
She was like, no sucky fucky forever unless you do this. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I should have done that with a Russian accent. She said, I'm sorry, that was offensive for me to do that in an American accent. She would say it like this. No sucky fuck. Okay, anyway, I'm just joking.
Yes, please stop. Someone save us.
Go.
So she probably said it in Russian to him because they actually probably speak English together, of course, when they're laying around the house. So Jack gets a couple hostage, like a hostage of these people that seemingly are having an affair. In the middle of this standoff that they're having, they decide, hey, this is a perfect time to go into the broom closet and start making out.
It is. The power's out. His wife can't call.
Right.
Perfect.
Do you get the impression they're having an affair? That they're
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, it's Jack takes him a hostage, and he's like, I didn't kill the Russian guy, and he's like, I don't believe you. And he's like, I don't have to convince you. Great Jack moment. And he's like, okay, all right. And then says, go get the sat phone, and he's like, we're on lockdown. I can't do it. And he's like, that's your problem, bro. And he's like, what? Did you call me bro? And then he sends him to go get it. When Logan arrives, Pierce won't shake his hand.
I wouldn't shake his hand. Would you?
No.
Yeah. Like, no.
I'm curious if Justin...
And then, we're going to get... Because of Justin?
You're curious what I think? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because I was maybe hoping for like a... Yeah, or a and a uh-huh.
Agreed.
Oh, you want me to interject about my opinions on this? Would you shake his hand? Would I shake Logan's hand if I was Pierce?
Yeah. Right.
Logan...
Yeah, and I'd also slip him a wink.
Oh, gosh.
So...
Like, homeboy knows what's happening now.
Pierce really loved President Palmer, and he had him... he, again, didn't personally have him killed, but... The guy that had him killed worked for him, and also he tried to kill him also himself. He tried to.
Yeah, like that's dirty. There's no way your hands. He's lucky he even got in the house. I don't know why Pierce didn't try and kill him.
Because Pierce is he deals with things. If it's bigger than himself, he's willing to.
Come on, Christina.
Also, is Pierce still employed?
No, it doesn't look.
Or is his job to be working with Martha?
It's his job to be working on Martha.
Personal, right? Personal. Okay. I just wasn't sure. I'm assuming Pierce jumps back into the story somehow.
So she didn't want to see.
Maybe he works for CTU. Did you already tell us that? Does Pierce CTU?
No, he never works for CTU. I
don't think he's allowed to tell us yet.
So
I predicted something without even realizing it.
She pops out. And she's like, "You lost weight." And I'm like, "All right."
Which is so weird. If you're over here dating homeboy, why are you guys like chatting about what you look like now? That's strange.
But then he tells her the deal.
Is this the new and improved you?
That's kind of cute.
That's what she said.
He tells her the deal. And
the deal.
And she's like,
the good deal.
She's like, she says to Pierce, "Do you think I should do this?" And he's like, "Yes, I do." Which I appreciate of him. That's what he takes out of the. And then that's when Jimmy came and told us about these deals. These good deals. You know what I'm saying?
Those deals.
So, anyway, she agrees to talk to her, but the siege is on the way. My next note says Noah Daniels is a douche.
Yeah.
He said he's holding the president of the nameless country responsible until if another nuke goes off. And Tom lies to fuck him. That's what my note said. Martha Logan and Pierce, she's just like talking crap to him and throwing little fits here and there and saying, "Oh yeah, you're just fake. You're the same person you always were. Oh, the great Charles Logan, la la." And Pierce is like, "Knock it off," like the way you say to a child. Anyway, Pierce keeps telling her to chill, and then she takes a knife and stabs it into his shoulder area. And Pierce screams for a medic, and it looks like a hit an artery, loses a lot of blood, and he's taken off in a ambulance. Was this a surprising moment for you? Shocking moment or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think they I didn't think she was actually doing it. I think that's what I thought what they were trying to do is like allude to the fact that she has some screws loose and she was like chopping up the fruit. So then to see her actually go through with whatever her little plan was, or like maybe her, not really plan, but just like rage or whatever.
I don't think it was a part of a plan.
Yeah, I think she just like lost her mind a little bit right there. So for her to go through that, I was surprised because I felt like that's what they're trying to make us think she would do. And they're like, but no, she's not going to do it. She's not that crazy. And then it's like, oh, wait.
And she ends up doing it.
Yeah, so that was surprising in my book. I don't know about Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect her to stab him by any means. Definitely not.
And when it happened, though, was it like, oh, shit?
Yeah.
Or were you just like quietly?
Well, I mean, quietly for sure, right? Because I don't have any outward sounds or anything when I'm watching the show.
Not true, because we have a video record.
Yeah, because I was on video. I was doing it for the camera, dude.
You're playing it for the camera.
Yeah, don't you ever do things for the camera? I know you do. I've seen the videos.
All day, every day. You know what I'm saying?
A couple of them online.
So yeah.
Talk about porn stuff.
So they still have Martha call Suvorov. And she gets through to her, and then Dalton's taking care of immediately. Who said, Mr. Suvorov called Markov, and he won't stand down, so Suvorov offers him to storm the embassy. I don't know why he wouldn't then just try to get a hold of somebody else at the embassy and say, hey, everybody stand down, Markov is going against us, because Suvorov then orders a bunch of his men to get killed.
I didn't quite know what an embassy was until I started watching this show.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. I mean, like, is this most of this stuff like accurate that like you can't do it? Like it's like basically like a different country.
Right. It is foreign soil in the embassy.
That's interesting to me.
I was born in an American Air Force base in England, but I could run for president because it was American soil.
What?
Yeah. My dad was in the Air Force.
Are you in? Oh.
I didn't know
do
that.
You have dual citizenship?
Nope. 100%.
You're just an American.
Just American.
I think I could
Do you
probably
wish you had dual
more
citizenship
easily,
at this point?
I think I could more easily apply for these. And yeah, at this point, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, so Jack tries to call CTU, and then Russian people bust in and start shooting because they just know the room is full for some reason. And then the poor Russian lover is killed. That's just mean-spirited, and it had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, just leave him alone. Waste of hurting people.
Yeah, it's just... and then Doyle...
It's like remember those campers?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Doyle and his crew kill all the Russians, and Jack gets the info to CTU, and then Logan starts crashing. Beep, 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 beep. Episode 614 aired on March 19, 2007. It's from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's nighttime!
Yeah, I saw that. It was a quick change.
Yeah, favorite
it was.
I was curious what time of year it was, because
usually the sun goes down like in the middle of them having a bunch of interior scenes, and they come out. But this is exterior scenes, and it was daylight out, and then the next episode happens. It's nighttime. Probably worked a lot better when it's week by week, but when we saw it like this, it was Anyway, they have a team rushing to Grenenko and Fayed, and then they launch the drone that they have that's ready. Milo and Nadia touch.
Yeah, what's up with that and that long
Dude,
look?
yeah.
And then Chloe walks in and she's like, and then like...
She knows about Nadia using Milo's login.
And we care a lot about this.
And Bill tells everyone they're tracking the missile on satellite and starts playing interception, but then they lose the drone. The Russian dude hacked them and made them unable to track. Hello?
We lost you when you started.
We lost you a little bit.
But you have me now?
We got you now.
Yes.
I was just saying that the Russian dude hacked them and it made them unable to track the drone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then Noah Daniels goes full-blown Trump, and he says he's planning on nuking the country back. And Tom is horrified by this. So this is...
As most people should be.
This is really realistic. Now that I think about it. Jack arrives back at CTO, and he finds out what's going on, and he needs to go to medical because he's really hurt. And then Marilyn's there, and she tries to get the hibbity-dibbity,
And what did Christina
5 hours.
do? Christina did a legit, full-blown eye roll.
This is 5 hours after her husband died, and she's already trying to get the pole.
It's pretty hot.
So ridiculous.
She's not even that hot.
She's decent, dude. She's got those eyes.
Yeah,
she's pretty.
She's decent. But she's not. She's no Audrey. She's not even a Claudia. She's
You think? Oh, I think she's hotter than Audrey and Claudia.
I think she's prettier. I think she's prettier than Audrey. I think her and Claudia.
God bless you guys.
Are probably equal.
Claudia has those lips, though.
Yeah, but
I don't know why I
those eyes,
I'm not gonna jump in this.
Yeah, she has 2 eyes. But what are you gonna feel up her eyes? Are you gonna look her eyes?
Eyes of the deepest blue
are you gonna
that I've ever seen.
Her eyes, her eyeballs.
Yeah. Don't you know that song?
We're so weird right now. All right, so yeah, she tries to get the pole, and he's like, "Nah, I was seeing somebody before I died, or not before I died, before I was captured, right?" Russ in the chat just said Claudia had those good deals. So thanks for filling us in on that.
So I see Russ likes her the best. Russ, yes. I think
Russ has those deals, dude.
Where does he put Audrey? Is Audrey ahead of or behind Homegirl?
We will rank all of Jack Squirrel's at the end of the season.
Yeah.
There's too many.
All right, but
Barry.
But shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so he's like, I was with somebody. Now think about it. Do you know who he was with that day? Was Diane.
Right.
The woman he was with.
See, where do we put Diane? Where's Diane?
No, I think the point is that he's talking about that he's with somebody.
I would take Diane over Marilyn. Marilyn would be bottom. No, bottom, just above Terry for me.
Oh, dude, Terry,
all right,
top tier.
Terry she's a mom.
Terry. Come on, yeah, Terry's a regular
old mom.
A mom, Dylan, but she's like a middle-aged. That sounds terrible.
She's just a middle-aged mom.
I just mean she's your average American mom. That still doesn't sound good. Never mind. I'm digging this hole deeper. Dylan, move us right along, Dylan. We're getting off track.
All right. So yeah. So anyway, it should have been Diane is the person, and he just kissed.
Well, he was only with her for a little bit,
and does it ever confirm that he was really, really with her?
Yeah, never saw them have any sex.
Up with her?
Yeah.
Oh, they were dating. They were getting real.
I don't know. We never saw it.
No, they were dating. He kissed her.
Can't believe it if you don't see it.
Yeah,
we saw it more than we've seen Aaron Pierce and Martha Logan. Anyway.
Don't I've kissed you before. Were we together?
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say, Justin?
I said I've kissed you before. Are we together?
He's just joking, people. Anyway, Marilyn's like, oh, wait, you don't want to kiss me because of that? You're not going to give up the pole because of that? Well, guess what? Audrey's dead, so now come here. And then he freaks out, goes to Chloe. He's like, why didn't anybody tell me? And then he finds out that Audrey tried to get Jack freed. She's the one that found out that that's where he was. So nobody even knew where he was at first. So think about it, for the first 6 months, people were like, Jack just bounced, dude. And then Audrey must have been like, dude, he up and left me. And then she died in an accident. And he's like, I want that file. And she's like, okay, I'll get it for you. And he's like, no! My next note says, Noah Daniels is stupid. Karen Hayes is back, and he's like, I don't want her around. And then he tells everyone he's launching a nuke, and everyone's like, no, dude. And then Hayes argues publicly. Actually, she's the only one. Tom doesn't even speak up for this. He goes, fuck Tom. Anyway, so he's like, it's noted. It's noted.
But the question is, does Karen Hayes have any jurisdiction where she's at right now? She resigned.
But she didn't. But that's what they're saying. Like it was too soon, right? Like she could take that back so quickly or something. Yeah, no processing yet.
Oh, okay. So that matters.
It's not official till it's processed.
Oh, okay.
My next note says Milo, Morris, and Nadia are the worst cast of CTU analysts of all time. I'd rather have first of Chloe season, the third, with Adam. And
which one's Adam again?
Adam is Zachary Quinto.
Oh yeah. I liked him. I didn't think he was bad at all. I would take him back.
I'd rather have him. I'd rather have, and Michelle Dessler was one of them too. She was very good.
Well, yeah, obviously we take Michelle and Tony back in a heartbeat.
Nina and Jamie Farrell and Tony were the first season. Second season was from Roseanne. I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah.
Paula, and Michelle and Tony, and then Chloe and Adam, and then we had Edgar and Chloe and. Oh no, that was really bad.
Milo was in there, right? Sarah, your girl.
Remember Sarah? She got fired asking for a raise.
They have high turnover, huh?
Yeah, they do.
That turnover rate at CTU.
High stress job, dude. High stress job.
And it's stressful to die. Anyway, so
agreed.
Meanwhile, so Milo gossips about Morris drinking to Nadia, then goes to Chloe, and then she goes and kisses him, and he's like, "Why'd you just do that?" And she's like, she's honest of why she did it.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
She's like, because I want to know if you're drinking. And he's like, all right, whatever. And meanwhile, a nuke is in the fucking air. Chloe finds out they have a leak. So Doyle immediately says, hey, she's a Muslim. Let's go for her first. And Milo's like, what the hell? And then they're like, oh, it is her. Oh, Doyle first says, oh, because you're trying to sleep with her. Wait, Doyle's like, you're just trying to sleep with her. Very unprofessional, figuring he's only been there for a fucking hour, and most of the time he was at the Russian fucking consulate. So he has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Anyway, it turns out it was from her workstation, so it's, let's blame the Muslim. But yeah, he even says this, he's like, I'm just saying what we're all thinking. Like, everybody in here is thinking the same thing as me. No, dude. Like, anybody else?
Anyone else thinking it? Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean,
but anybody else agree with me that that's just stupid?
Yeah, of course.
Good talk, guys.
Of course.
All right.
Well, I thought it was dumb, but I knew that's where it was going. It was obvious where it was going. I knew that's what they were trying to do because they've been trying to set up.
The show's also showing it
in setup for a while,
and which is fair that they're showing that it's wrong, right? They're like, this is not the right thing to be doing. So I at least appreciate that they're barely showing it as being a bad thing, but
yes.
So Chloe finds out. I'm about to repeat it. No, nobody said Chloe finds out they have a leak. Why did the terrorists launch the drone so far? Why didn't they take it to fucking San Francisco or Vegas, or they had to go to New Mexico? Why didn't they just have it set off in L.A.? They would have succeeded. Anyway, Hayes visits Palmer, and the doctor says he can't wake him up without family consent. And they decided they have another need for Sandra Palmer, which they realized before they had no need for her. Doyle interrogates Nadia while CTU analysts deal with trying to prove her innocence. And then Milo comes and defends her and says, hey, we found where they supposedly are. So they're only 3 blocks away.
Convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. It's walking distance. He's like, it's walking distance. We can grab we can grab some Starbucks on the way, grab some bucks. Jack reads Audrey's file and is very sad. Then he finds out they're mobilizing on the pilot and wants to join them. He says that she was murdered. He's going to finish this and he's going to track down the people. That's kind of exciting, right?
Yeah, is that the next season?
Yeah,
and
next
then it ends
season
up that
or
she's
something.
not dead, and then she's been living like a double life, and she's actually like married and happily in China, and she's like running things.
Running things in China?
China.
She's running things in China.
She's running China. So they go in.
We'll see how much of that was right.
Jack and Doyle go in.
Write it down, Dylan.
And no questions asked.
Audrey's the queen of China.
No questions asked. Jack starts lighting fools up. And then Jack grabs the steering wheel and then steers the drones away from danger and lands it safely, except
and we find out Jack has another talent because he can just pull up and steer a drone.
Hey, dude, if he can fly a plane, he can.
Bro, have you?
He can fly.
Try to drive a car on a video game. Tell me it's not the same, different. I mean, you know what I mean.
Pilots do flight simulators. A lot of them. A lot of flight simulators.
I know. I watched Captain Sully.
It would be similar to Flight Simulator.
Did you?
Yeah, I just watched it recently. It was actually good for a nice short movie. Easy watch.
I never watched it.
That's good.
I watch it and we reviewed it on The Watch and Talk. Check out thewatchandtalk.com/Sully.
/Sully.
So Bill calls and tells Daniel the drone was intercepted, except some people got some lethal dosage of radiation probably. But we stopped the explosion.
What were they thinking? Like, you just assumed that it would be fine just to walk up on this, like,
I don't know, but they should have been spraying with water because there was fire there. So no matter what, I would be like, I know that this is dangerous, but we should still be spraying.
Right, but we need to save everyone else. Right, like, you're, like, I don't know, that was weird. That whole thing was
And
weird.
then he's like, well, we're still going along with the strike because I'm a fucking jag-off.
Stupid. Yeah, what's his end game?
Being a jag-off.
Okay.
And beep, 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 beep. The end. Jack kill count +6.
Whoa, that's a lot. A lot more than I thought.
6 people. If we're assuming the last pilot that seemed to be struggling a little bit, they showed him, but come on, he's going to die. So we'll say 5, but come on, he's going to die, obviously. I don't remember, but he has to. He got shot a bunch of times, and they're not going to have him like, oh, the terrorist survived. He's going to be fine. Like, that's never happened with a terrorist ever on the show, so. Anyway, total kill count 142, 130. And, yeah, any predictions, guys?
Tina?
No, I did so good last week. I'm going to sit this one out. That's all you just said.
You did well. Superman does good.
So dumb. And you do dumb.
Any predictions, Justin?
I don't even know what to say after that comment, but let's see, predictions. Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of like said a few throughout this episode already. Like, I'll just recap maybe a couple. Aaron Pierce joining CTU again.
He was never on CTU.
Or joining CTU, or joining some level of the Force. We have Audrey still alive.
Audrey is still alive.
We have what else did we have? Anything else that we came up with?
I think those were our 2 big points.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're the best. Am I the best too, guys? You have to say that back.
No.
Oh, fuck off.
All right. Why don't you tell people they can follow you on the internet? Christina Vanderslice.
You can follow me on the internet at K_Vanderslice on Twitter and K_Vanderslice on Instagram.
What about you, Justin Moreno? Where can people?
I'm on the internet under @JustinB_Moreno on Twitter and Instagram.
For me, you can follow me at Shuckster. That's SEHUCKSTR. This week we just reviewed the new Saw movie, Jigsaw, and we talked about the entire Saw franchise. That's a good episode to listen to. It's a really in-depth one, jam-packed with stuffs. So check that out at thewatchtalk.com. And next week, I think Thor's next week. I think that's coming up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's next week.
Mm-hmm. So we will be reviewing that, so make sure to check that out. And for the show, you can follow us at Legacy24. You can email us at legacy24@gmail.com. You can go to our website at legacy24.com or our Facebook at facebook.com/thewatchandtalk. And that's it. I'm Dylan Shuck.
I'm Justin Marino.
And I'm Christina Vanderslice.
And we'll see you next week.